say hearty welcome for such heartwarming and heart-rending presentations that all of us were witness to in the last 3 days of Odisha Parthi Yatra. In fact, I would like to say for Prasanthi, it was like a festival of the soul. Every program was so soul-touching. And you could see that visible love for Bhagawan in the eyes of every person who was sitting in Sai Kulwant Hall. Tell me, how does your heart feel now?
Sir, I'm Brother Bishu. We are truly grateful to Bhagawan. By his grace, more than 2,000 Parthi Yatris from all over Odisha could come to Parthi for their 3-day Parthi Yatra. And regarding the cultural programs, the preparations had been on for the past many months. And all the performances were done by our Bal Vikas children, by Sai Youth, by our active Sevadals. And all of us had just one aim in mind. Just as students, when we were students, how we would prepare for the sports meet, the only aim was to get a smile on Bhagwan's face. So similarly, our entire cultural team, the only aim was to get a smile on his face. And with that aim, the entire team prepared with all dedication.
And you could see that, the people who had come, I was seeing the presentation of how Bhagawan had gone into so many hearts and homes of Odisha through the Padayatra, the Paduka Yatra.
Absolutely, brother. In fact, most of the 2,000 Parthi Yatris are from those villages which Bhagawan has visited as a part of Sri Sathya Sai Divya Paduka Yatra. Sri Sathya Sai Divya Paduka Yatra is an effort by us to take Bhagwan's footprints to all the districts, all the revenue blocks, and to more than 10,000 villages of Odisha. The journey started on Guru Purnima of 2022. Bhagwan's footprints, Divya Padukas, had come from Prasanthi Nilayam to Odisha, and on the auspicious day of Guru Purnima of 2022, in a specially designed chariot, which looks like a mini Sai Sannidhi or a mini Kulwant Hall, in that chariot, Bhagawan set out on his journey. And in this last 1 year or so, we have realized that it is truly his yatra. It is his will. The journey, the yatra of Bhagawan has covered more than 13,000 kilometers today. It has covered 16 districts of our state. It has covered 100 samithis and more than 400 bhajan mandalis. More than 3,000 villages have been covered. And every day, at least 1,000 people are having Bhagawan's darshan. And every place we are going, we are seeing young and old. Many people are bringing their newborn children to get blessed by Swami. Many places, old people who are not able to walk, they are being helped by our Sevadals to come and touch Swami's feet. And every district, every place, people are having experiences of Bhagawan. I would like to share a few experiences. In fact, when the yatra was rolling through Jharsuguda district, there is one lady who has never seen Bhagawan. So as the Ratha was going along, she asked one of our Sevadals that the person whose photo is there in this Ratham, is he also accompanying you? Is he also walking along with you? Then this Sevadal said that no, he doesn't accompany us, we worship him. He said, no, but does he also walk along with you? She said, no, he is not there anymore in his physical body. Then this lady immediately got very angry and she shouted at her, how can you talk like this? I am seeing right now, I have seen him. He is going behind you, he is holding his robe and moving his hands and walking behind you. So that's how people are having this divine experience. And wherever the Ratham goes, we always have a group of youth, self-motivated, who from morning to night they stay with the Ratham, they do Seva to Swami, and in the night they wash the Ratham and retire for the day. So when the Ratha was in Balangir, one such youth, after finishing the washing of the Ratham and cleaning activities, it was late night, around 11:30 in the night, and then he said a prayer to Swami that, Swami, I have to go back alone to my house. It's on a lonely stretch of road. Please accompany me. So with this innocent prayer, he left for his home. He reached home and went to bed. And in the middle of the night or early hours of the morning, around 3 a.m., he gets a dream where Swami is telling him that, see, you called me to accompany you and I have come. I was sitting behind your scooter. You have left me outside your door and shut the door on my face. I'm standing outside from so long. And this boy gets up with a start. So that's how people all along are having these divine experiences. And many times we are seeing we think that Swami has come to give darshan to people, but he has also come to give salvation to many people. When the Ratha was going on in the Sundargarh district, there was one person who was been ailing from many months. He was suffering and bedridden. So as the Ratha was going by his house, his family members came and requested for Swami's prasadam for him. So our district president took a flower from Swami's feet and went and put it near his head and applied Swami's vibhuti on his entire body. And as the Ratha rolled by their house, this person, he breathed his last. So
Wow.
in many ways, Swami is touching the lives of people all over our state.
With little faith, you can go to God. But when you have great faith, God Himself comes to you. And in fact, all these stories to me are stories of such beautiful faith expressions where you have seen God literally being there with people. And you could see that everybody in Sai Kulwant Hall had tears in their eyes as they were sitting. They may not be performing, they're just sitting there. But you could see that, there was this cascade of love for Bhagawan flowing from their eyes.
Because wherever you go, in every district, we see such stories of transformation. The entire coastal seabelt in that area is flooded with Sai devotees. The entire area is totally, they have left meat eating, left alcoholism, and Swami is there in every house of that area. Similarly, on the other end, if you see in Western Odisha, there's a small district called Jharsuguda. I was there during the Paduka Yatra, and there's a small border town very close to Chhattisgarh border. It's called Kanaktura. So from this place, many years back, one person had got operated in Prasanthi Nilayam. Nobody knows about Swami in that place. Around a decade back, one person had got operated, and after his surgery, he had seen people offering seva. So he contacted a Sai devotee and said, I have seen people with blue scarf. I also want to go and render seva. And he had come and rendered seva once and gone back. But after that, they were not in touch with the Sai organization. But during the Paduka Yatra, Bhagawan visited that township, and it was such a tremendous moment for all of them. Bhagawan stayed there overnight. One water project was installed in that place, and people were so motivated, so touched by Bhagawan's love, that today we have more than 20 Parthiyatris and 10 Sevadals who have come from that small town and to offer their gratitude to Bhagawan.
And I know that there is a project also in the hospital where doctors follow up on the patients, right, who are treated in our hospitals, and Odisha is leading that in that rehabilitation program.
Yes, we have this program called the Sathya Swarup Rehabilitation Program, wherein the cardiac patients who have been operated in Puttaparthi and Whitefield hospitals are followed up at their doorsteps. As a doctor, let me tell you, Brother Vishu, there is no hospital in this world which follows up a patient after giving the discharge paper to the patient, because the hospital's job ends over there. Swami's hospitals and Swami's organizations are the only organizations in the world which follow up a patient till his last breath.
That too being a free hospital.
Absolutely. And this work is taken up as a mark of gratitude with a lot of dedication by all the Sevadals, all the youth of Odisha. We follow up close to 3,000 patients.
Wow.
And we have 300 to 400 trained volunteers who go every month to the houses of these patients, who make sure that these patients take their medicines regularly, get their blood tests done regularly. And in many such homes of these patients, now Balvikas classes have started, bhajans have started. These patients have now become agents for transformation in their entire village.
And also organizing resources, organizing people, you only had that intention, but Bhagawan ensured that the COVID seva of Odisha devotees went into a completely different gear, right?
Yes, I mean, during Corona, Swami's Karuna was the only thing that helped us to sail through. In fact, the organization and us as devotees, Sai devotees, we never looked back or never took a step back, because we could always feel him with us, giving us the strength and giving us newer and newer opportunities to take up seva. I would just like to share one such incident. So we had taken up a project called a Sai Prasadam, wherein the people who are quarantined and unable to cook, we would provide food at their doorstep, food packets at their doorsteps. This food would be cooked by our Sevadals, our devotees in their houses, and some of the youth would take the responsibility of delivering this food. So during one such Sai Prasadam Seva, one family who had been served for a week, and after they recovered, they caught hold of this boy who was serving them food every day, and they offered their gratitude and said, "See, my children are far off from here, and you are like our own son. You are taking care of us all these days." So this boy said that, "Auntie, this is just our gratitude to Swami. You have also given us an opportunity. We are very grateful to you." And the story ended there. A few weeks after that, we had a water project to be inaugurated in Puri district. So we have these reverse osmosis plants set up in 25 places of Odisha. In fact, just last year, Sri Sathya Sai Central Trust has supported us to set up 5 such projects. So during one such project inauguration, our zonal president, who was then the state president, Shri Brother Narayan Sir, was there for the inauguration, and a little girl walked up to him and greeted him. And as he inquired, he learned that this girl was studying in 8th standard, but her growth seemed to be like a 3rd or 4th standard child. So he asked him, what is your health okay? This girl immediately replied that I have got thalassemia. So thalassemia is a blood disease which runs in families, and patients do not get cured of it, but their lifestyle, their living can be improved just by some taking medicines in time or taking blood transfusions in time. But because there is no cure for the disease, this subset of patients are often neglected by doctors, by society, and by their families. So when Brother Narayan Sir came back and discussed with me, I was of the opinion that we cannot take up care of such patients because it's a very highly specialized seva, and we don't have specialists for such to serve such patients. Nevertheless, we prayed to Swami for a solution. A few weeks after that, a doctor approached us who is a blood disorder specialist trained in London. She was serving in Odisha, and she was very keen to help patients suffering from sickle cell anemia and thalassemia. And she told us that she had run from pillar to post, from government to many non-government organizations for support, and she had now come to the Sai organizations. We told her that, "Ma'am, all we can offer you is our volunteer base and the space in our samitis if you want to conduct camps. Beyond that, we cannot do much." She said, "That's exactly what I want."
Wow.
So with her support, we were able to start this thalassemia camps, initially in 1 district, then 2. Now it is running in 8 districts on a continuous basis, on a monthly basis. But there was always the need for medicines and blood investigations to be done for these patients where we could not support. What happened, in a few weeks, we got a call from a person from USA who wanted to contribute for any of the seva activities being done in Odisha. And when he learnt about this thalassemia project, he immediately came forward, and now with that support given by Bhagawan, all the blood tests, all the medicines, everything is provided totally free of cost to these patients during this seva. And the story doesn't end there. When this person, this Sai devotee, visited Odisha a few months later, and when we connected with him physically, we learned that he is the son of that old couple whom we had served during Sai Prasadam.
Oh, wow.
So this is how, the dots, we always tell in our organization that Swami has already put the dots. He has just given us this job or this duty of just joining all these dots.
When you think about it, we are not the one who are doing work for him. In fact, I think everywhere we are going, we are discovering that he's already there.
He's already there, absolutely.
Isn't it? It's like, it's only a journey of discovery for us.
Everywhere, wherever we go, brother, in any project, whatever we take up, wherever we require the government help or anybody's support, when we visit them, when they hear the name Sathya Sai organization, they already know Swami. So somehow we have realized that Bhagawan has reached every heart and every home of Odisha already. We are just there to go and, as you said, just discover him over there.
Tell me, brother, you are someone who also was so fortunate to be a student and also work in Bhagwan's hospital as a cardiac anesthesiologist. I mean, you did your master's in Swami's hospital. And now, of course, you're back to your home state. How does it feel now? Do you miss the hospital?
I do miss my student days and the hospital days. But then in every day working in his organization, we get to experience him. And when I was a student over here, I studied here from my 2nd standard till my 12th standard. And in my 10th standard, when it was the time to decide what to do next, I prayed to Swami, and Swami asked me to take the biology stream. And as I completed my 12th standard, in my mind, the first thoughts were that since I have taken biology stream, Swami may say, ask me to do medicine, and I have to leave Swami's institute and go. As students, our only aim is to stay in Swami's institution as long as possible.
Yes.
So I had planned to do BSc, MSc, and whatever more courses possible to stay as long as possible with him. But then when I asked Swami for his permission, what should I do next? He asked me to go out and study medicine. So with his divine instructions, I went and did my medicine. But immediately after completing my medicine, I got an opportunity to come back here and do my post-graduation in anesthesiology and subsequently fellowship in cardiac anesthesiology. And working in Swami's hospitals, being a student in Swami's hospitals is a different experience, because this skill set are being taught in many medical institutions, many hospitals. But in Swami's hospitals, along with the skill set, we also get the unique work culture of Sri Sathya Sai system. So today when we talk of Swami's hospitals, we think of the hospital in Puttaparthi, hospital in Whitefield, and maybe the mobile hospital and the general hospital. But in fact, today there are hundreds of hospitals which are running on Swami's principles, because the students who have passed out from here, they have imbibed the work culture of these hospitals and the work culture given by Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, and that's how they're running these institutions.
Probably you are the youngest state president today, if you see all over India, among all the state presidents, and you have got this opportunity to be so active in the organization. I know it's a beautiful opportunity, but we can't take away the fact that it's a huge responsibility also. Odisha with 41 lakh people and 30 districts, and there are so many activities happening. Tell me, how do you balance your professional life and your organization work and your personal life?
So for me, it's always just about the prayer. I just pray to Swami that, Swami, you please make sure that everything balances out, because being a cardiac anesthesiologist itself is a full-time profession. Being a state president also is a full-time profession.
Yeah, exactly. It's a full-time profession, state presidentship. Yeah.
But somehow Swami takes care, and in fact, because I have these two full-time professions, I feel his presence every day. And I start every day with a prayer that, Swami, please make sure that none of the work gets affected, both are done smoothly. And every day I feel that somehow he makes things work out that way. And Odisha is such a beautiful place, brother. The devotees of Odisha are so simple. Their love for Swami is so pure. Their dedication and commitment for Bhagawan is so absolute that it is not a responsibility. It's just an opportunity to go and experience that love of Bhagawan. And each time I go and do the organization work and spend time with these devotees, in fact, I come back to my hospital work re-energized.
For Bhagawan, the Sevadals from Odisha always were very special. In fact, they say there are 2 O's which were very special for Bhagawan. One is the people from Ooty. These tribals from Ooty, they would come with their own special gear. Wherever they sit in Sai Kulwant Hall, you could notice them. And whenever they came, we would see that Bhagawan would go to them, shower blessings on them. And it was always the same with Odisha people also, and especially the Sevadals.
And it's growing more and more after Bhagawan's Mahasamadhi. In fact, many of our Sevadals who come, most of the Parthi Yatris who have come, they have never seen Bhagawan physically. But the moment they come here, they sit in Kulwant Hall and they connect with Bhagawan. In their own samitis, in their own homes, they stay connected with Bhagawan.
And when I ask you about your most exhilarating moment as a state president, which would that be?
The best moment which I wait for is just to go and touch Swami's feet on the Divya Paduka Ratham. Let me tell you, Brother Bisu, I have had a few opportunities to have Pad Namaskar of Bhagawan as a student, and each time I touch Swami's Padukas, the feet feel just the same. It's the same soft, tender feet of Bhagawan, and I'm so grateful to Bhagawan on behalf of the entire Odisha organization that he has decided to come out and go and give darshan to lakhs and lakhs of devotees. And every month I wait for this opportunity to just go and have his darshan and just do his Pada Seva for some time and feel those feet as I would feel them as a student when I was here.
The Orissa Sai movement Juggernaut, shall we say, goes on, and it is so nice to hear the beautiful children singing those very soulful songs, and it is very aptly named Hridaya Veena and Hridaya Kamala, where the Balika students sang, and it was absolutely ethereal to see them offer that to Bhagawan. And really, congratulations to you for being able to lead such a beautiful festival of soul, as I said, in Prasanthi Nilayam.
Thank you, brother. It is an opportunity which Swami has given us, and it is an opportunity. We are in fact grateful to Bhagawan for this opportunity to come and perform and give our offering in Sai Kulwant Hall in his divine presence.
For many people in Prasanthi Nilayam, it was a discovery of Orissa. They never knew that, my God, such beautiful talent, such beautiful devotion, such beautiful feelings for Bhagawan, and such beautiful hearts vibrating for Bhagawan. And I think that's what we saw in Prasanthi Nilayam, and we just hope that we'll get to hear more such stories from you in the coming future, because I know that what we have done today is just a drop in the ocean. Thank you so much.
Sai Ram.